What is the cheapest time of the year to cruise? You don't know? Well, this video's for you. Watch it. All right, we're back. Welcome to the show. I'm Tom, your host, and this is Cruising with Tom's Day Trips. Now, this is going out to all my first-time senior cruises, and people that don't cruise that often. When is the cheapest time of the year to cruise? You may ask yourself, I really don't know. Well, let's find out. Now, traditionally, the cheapest time of the year to cruise is September and October. This is called the shoulder season. You're coming off the peak of the summer. Kids are going back to school. People are starting to rethink about the fall and the winter. So that's a good time to cruise because they do give great deals. I've got some good deals that time of the year. And it's a good time because there's fewer crowds, moderate weather, and lower prices. So that would be the cheapest time of the year to cruise. So the next time is January to February. Now, these prices drop right after the holiday season. Everyone's going on their Thanksgiving holiday season, Christmas, New Year's, taking the cruises. And then all of a sudden, boom, it drops. Holidays over. People are recovering, paying their bills off, especially from the Christmas season. Now, the cruise industry is going, what can we do? We lower our prices down. We get people on the cruise ship. Because it's very important for them to have people on the ship, and then, because they always want to have their ships full, because that's how they make their money. Now, I read that after the fares and your spending on a cruise ship, the average profit per passenger is about $300 per passenger. You might think, it's $300 ain't much. Multiply that by 3,000 passengers for a small ship. That's $900,000 of pure profit. Multiply that by 52, you're looking over about $49 million of profit. Because they want you on the ship, because that's how they make their money. And if they have to lower their prices down a little bit, get you on board, then they start selling you this, selling you that, shore excursions, the casino, and that's how they make their money. But they want to get you on the ship first. That's the reason why during the slow season, they lower their prices down. So that's a little bit of information for you. The next one is early May, right after spring break. Now, if you don't want to go on a cruise with a whole lot of kids, a whole lot of college kids, wild, sort of like Carnival Cruise Line. If you don't want that atmosphere, go right after spring break. They usually have some good bargains, and it's a little less calm, and it's not overwhelming if that's what your atmosphere you want. All right, the next one is early December. It's just after the Thanksgiving, before Christmas. There's a little time frame that people, we're not too sure we're going to cruise. We want to save up for Christmas, so they entice you with great deals to get you on that ship during that period. So it's very important for them to get you on the ship. The next one is called the wave season. The wave season is traditionally January to March. This is when they run all their promotions, all their deals. Buy one, get one free drink package. Second person 70% off. Free airfare for the second person. They usually have great deals. You get extra points per stateroom for the rewards program. So that's traditionally when they run their best prices, their best bargains, and their best add-ons. So you want to keep that in mind, that you want to book it during that time frame. Even if you're going to cruise later on in the year, that's when the deals are. So, and also remember this, if you book a cruise, say you're booking in January, but you're not going to go cruising to the following January, until it's paid off, if you see the same cruise, apple for apples, cheaper, or have other promotions attached to it, give the cruise line a call, and a lot of times they will adjust it to accommodate what you've seen price-wise and add-ons. But once you pay it off, you can't do nothing about it. So keep that in mind. Also remember, you always want to pay it off by the due date, because that's very important. Because if you don't get it paid off by the due date, they can actually say, well, guess what? You just forfeit your cruise. So keep that in mind. All right. So that's the wave season. These are the time of the year that the cheapest is and why. A couple of things to consider, of course, spring break, school vacations. If you don't want to have that crowd on the ship, keep that in mind also. Hurricane season usually falls in early September, actually early August to the end of November. These are when if a hurricane comes in, then they're not canceling the cruise, but they're repositioned to different areas that's safe. They want any type of cruise ship is want to keep all their passengers safe. So hurricane season, if you don't want a cruise to have that, have that misfortune of having your cruise repositioned to a different location, hurricane season may not be the time to cruise. And if you're cruising, like if you live like in the northern part of Canada, northern part of the United States, and you're going to fly all the way down to Florida during the winter time, keep that in mind, because if you're flying, snowstorms, ice storms may prohibit you flying down to your destination down south in Florida, or wherever you want to fly to, Florida, Louisiana, Texas, Puerto Rico. Always fly down a day before in case you have problems with your flight. That's another tip that I have. All right, that's about it for tonight. I do appreciate you tuning in. Hopefully this information here was, helpful to you. And just remember, a bad day on a cruise ship, no matter what, is a hell of a lot better than a good day at work. Any day. And it's always 5 o'clock somewhere, so enjoy yourself. Thank you for watching.